In this video I want to look at how to load morphs into Daz Studio. So I've got the Genesis 2 male here, and if I want to build a morph for him, what I need to do is actually load him up, go into the parameters pane to the mesh resolution group, and change the resolution level to base, and then export out to OBJ. And then you have various options for presets that we supply you. If you're going into one of these applications, you can go ahead and choose that as your scale. Or otherwise, you can just leave it at Daz Studio scale, which means it won't scale at all. And you export that out. And now that mesh is out there, and you can go into your modeler and go ahead and sculpt shape however you want. The main thing you need to pay attention to is you cannot do anything destructive to the mesh. So don't change the point order or cut the mesh up or anything like that. Just keep it in the same state as it originally was, but just with a new shape. And then if you want to load it back in, we use Morph Loader Pro, which if you're using city limits, it's going to show up over here, or you can go to Edit, Object, or Figure. Either one of these will do it. Morph Loader Pro. Now, the Morph Loader Pro dialog, you need to make sure to choose the correct scale. Whatever you export it out as, hopefully that's going to match with what you're bringing it in as. So mine was out in Daz Studio scale, so I'll load it there, and then you just choose your morph file. And I did one called FBM Fit, and I load that in. And here you can go ahead and set your name. It chooses the name of your OBJ by default, so you can just use that. And you can set up your property group if you want by right-clicking on here, and you can see a listing of all the different property groups that exist on the figure, or you can even create your own. So usually you'll want to load it into a group that exists. So mine is going to be a full body, people, real world. That's what I'll go with. And the create control property option is actually not necessary if you're creating a morph for Genesis, or one of the Genesis figures, but if it's for Victoria 4, Michael 4, one of the poser format models, then you would want to create a control property. Leaving this to yes isn't going to hurt you. It's not going to create it for Genesis. And the other options aren't really necessary to know at this moment, except for one. If you've loaded your morph previously and you want to update it, then you are going to want to change the override existing from make unique. You right click on it and change it to deltas only. And that way, if you are changing your morph, it will allow you to load that in. And then you click accept. And now my morph is there. You can see it's under people, real world, and there it is, and dial my morph up. And that's how you load your morph. After that, you have various options that you can do. You can set what you want the range to be. Right now it's from -100 to +100%. You can tell it not to use limits. You can change these limits. Common one is 0 to 100. You can turn it off so it's not %. That way it's just a value. You see I did that now. It's a 0 to 1 range. You can go ahead and change colors and all that kind of stuff. So you have many options that you can use. Now that the morph is in, you'll want to save it so you can distribute it. You would do that by going to File, Save As, Support Asset, Morph Asset. And you would choose the map directory where you want it to save. You'd give it a product name. And then you would just navigate to this morph that you just created. Actor, full body, people, real world, FBM Fit. And then click accept. Now, from now on, each time you load Genesis 2 male, that morph is going to come with it. There it is.